Hello and welcome back. My name is Jack B. And as always, thank you for viewing my video. I will start by speaking about the infamous shadow government. Everybody has a theory about this group. Most people believe that the shadow government is deep within the government itself in the form of elected officials. They're appointed people and federal workers. My personal favorite theory is that the elected officials and their appointed people are just puppets. This chart shows a rough basic structure for the shadow group controlling the puppets. The rich get richer on the backs of the working and middle classes, and the middle classes and working classes get poorer. The puppets put on shows, use smoke and mirrors to hide the reality of what is going on. They use distractions and lies, outright lies. The shadow government exists outside the formal structure of the government. They are the mega rich, the billionaires. They control the elected officials in order to become richer at the expense of the working class. They, the billionaires, can be seen standing around their paid-for elected officials or puppets at rallies, events, and in photographs. They are quiet when they are in the public's eye, but when in private, they lay out what they want. They know they'll get richer. After all, they've invested billions of dollars into the government and their favorite puppets. On another topic, there are some constants in life we can rely upon. The first is the fact that history will repeat itself. The second is that people will behave the same under similar circumstances and conditions. They react rather than act. I believe all humans have very similar physical, intellectual, and personality characteristics, all attributed to heredity and environmental influences. We are all on a huge spectrum. The only difference is how some of the elements or aspects included on this huge spectrum of life influence us. I suspect a balance on the spectrum in conjunction with making cognitive decisions would work well. But the majority of humans do not function this way. Many humans get a thought in their mind, and no matter how much data or proof one provides to change that thought, that individual will not change. In situations such as this, I suspect their thoughts or beliefs were derived from someone else's influence and then used in their own emotional decision-making process to arrive at the solution. Emotional decisions are stronger than intellectual decisions. People trying to influence or sell us something push our emotional hot buttons to gain a path into our minds. They become our supporters, our advocates and friends by falsely relating to us. Sometimes I think we're all searching for someone to lead us, take care of us, and heal us or smooth us in our problems. There are people in the world that are adept at influencing and controlling others. They usually do it for their own personal gain. And when that person is an extreme narcissist, it does not turn out well for the population. There's a 12-step program to follow that will allow a narcissistic autocrat to take control of the population. 1. Understand the emotional hot buttons that will trigger the majority of the population. 2. Support the population in their problems. Say you'll protect them and that you'll improve their lives. Lie to them. 3. Select a culprit to blame for their problems. Assure that this culprit is embedded in their mind's eye and vow to get rid of that culprit. Make sure you have the mega-rich, the real shadow government, supporting you. Close the borders, isolate the population, and invade or annex other countries. Once elected to power, install your minions in key positions. Start your campaign to appear to improve the population's lives, all the while getting rich in the shadows. Show omnipotence. Do away with the rule of law. Ignore the courts and legal system. Do what you want. Get rid of all the opposition in the government and continue to install your minions and mini-minions in key positions to carry out your edicts without question. Attack the opposition, such as law firms, banks, news agencies, and protesters, with a smear campaign. Ultimately, physically remove them off the streets. Disrupt the economy and all institutions. Devalue the monetary unit. Control what people hear, read, and create your own news. Lie and disseminate the lies repeatedly through the population. Degrade the educational system. Make up your own story. Make up your own history. Lie. Break everything down to shambles, such that things are so bad the new structure provided will look better, although it probably won't be as good as it was prior to breaking it to begin with. History has many examples of people who followed the 12-step program. In 1917, Lenin was appointed as the chairman of the First Council of the People's Commissars. He was an autocratic dictator. He gained the support of the working class by pretending to understand and cure the evils of the time. And the mega-rich supported him in the shadows because they knew they would profit and make more money when the working class became industrialized and worked for pennies. A half a loaf of bread is better than none. He restructured the government, attacked the opposition, bankers, lawyers, news media, and churches. Basically anyone and anything that stood against him. And he destabilized the economy. Today, Putin carries on in Lenin's footsteps. Putin has his BFF as president of the United States. They've been friends since the 1980s when Trump was going to open a grand Trump hotel in Russia and give Putin 2 floors for free. Another example of an autocrat or dictator is Hitler. In 1933, he was appointed chancellor. His mega-rich supporter was Alfred Hugenberg. Hugenberg used his money to get Hitler in power. He then can be seen in photographs standing around Hitler at his inauguration ceremonies. Hitler came to power basically following the 12-step program, and the population supported him. The German population were behind Hitler in the beginning. Again, his leadership didn't turn out well for the general population. During the period after World War II, China was in chaos after the Japanese were routed out of China. Mao Zedong rose to power with the support of the working class people and established the People's Republic of China in 1949. He used the same principles as set forth in the 12-step program, although his actions were more extreme and severe. But the population did support him. Today, Xi Jinping follows in Mao's footsteps. Xi is using modern technologies, observing his opponents, and playing the long game, which our administration doesn't understand. Xi Jinping is watching the way we give Putin Ukraine so that he, Xi Jinping, can gain Taiwan. Also after World War II, the Allies divided up countries to help develop them. The U.S. obtained South Korea, and the USSR obtained North Korea. Stalin passed the communist mantle to Kim Il-sung, apparently to follow the 12-step program, and then subjugated his people. We all see how life in North Korea turned out today. It certainly didn't turn out well for the common working class. Those in power and the rich become richer. The general population is suffering in poverty. Here in America, we are watching history in the making. It appears one path may be inevitable, but things can change with good American people making good decisions. Well, these are my thoughts for today. And again, whether or not you agree or disagree, please verify the information I've presented. Thank you. Until next time, take care and be safe. Bye. Ooh.